I'm 18 years old.
Hi, I'm Jemiah. And I'm Arshana. We've been with Magic for 2 years now. 2 years.
Hi, my name is Bruce Alexander. I attend South Suburban College in South Holland, Illinois.
Hi, I'm TONIEKA. I attend Lewis University and I work for MA.G.I.C Incorporated.
I'm Anthony Lindsay. I'm youth activist with MA.G.I.C, Metropolitan area for Aligning Civilizations.
Hello, my name is Richard Woods. I'm 17. I'm a senior at Semi Career Academy.
My name is Amani.Shoots, and I currently work for MA.G.I.C, and I go to the Michigan School. I'm 15 years old.
My name is and I'm 16 years old. I attend Hyde Park Academy High School.
Metropolitan
Area. Group.
For igniting
Civilization.
MA.G.I.C.
My name is Brian Eccles. I'm the Executive Director of MA.G.I.C. MA.G.I.C is a nonprofit organization that is a youth empowerment, youth leadership development organization on the south side of Chicago.
One in 4 black boys was suspended at least once in 2008.
Right now we're doing a project on the pipeline, how schools use unlawful expulsions and expulsions to knock students off an academic track to attract to prison. I learned a lot about how the pipeline functions, how it works, and who gets paid from the pipeline.
Are you talking about the privatization of prisons?
Yes, I'm talking about the privatization of prisons and how they privatize prisons. One of the largest prisons is owned by American Express here in Illinois, and I found that just disgusting.
I think the pipeline is something that has been very destructive to young people, specifically young black and Latino males in America. I'm a product of the public school system, and I remember back in the 3rd, 4th, 5th grade when you begin to see a lot of the boys falling to the back of the class, many of them being shipped off to special education classes or schools, and the next thing you know they were out of school, out on the streets, and then they were locked up. And so I think there's definitely a pipeline that has gone from the school system to the prison system that has had a detrimental and destructive effect on our communities.
Do you feel that kids are informed well enough about the pipeline from the schoolhouse to jailhouse?
I don't know if kids are informed of it. This is kind of the first time that I've heard the terminology used myself. I don't know that children or school kids know the ramifications of their actions at a young age to know that if they get in trouble at school and they are escorted out of the building or placed under some kind of arrest or held in some kind of custody, that it actually goes on their record.
Yes, I think that in a lot of cases the kids think that they have no other future but going to jail, and they see it, and it's a repetitive cycle where their brothers went to jail, a lot of them their fathers are in jail, and some of them even their mothers and fathers both are in jail. And the things that they're learning at home so strongly override the things that they're learning at school that they don't really think that there's a future other than going to jail, and a lot of kids half expect to be in jail.
No, I don't think the students are aware of the pipeline. I believe that most students think that it's just something that occurs, that there are police in their schools and that their friends get arrested, but I don't think that majority of the students know that there is an actual pipeline, that it is a system and that it is designed to pull students out of the academic system and transfer them into the penal system.
Absolutely not. I don't think the kids pretty much know anything about what goes on in the social behind the scenes part of going from school to jail. I don't think they have no clue.
Every state allows juveniles to be tried as adults, and more than 20 states permit pre-adolescent children as young as 7 to be tried in adult courts.
How do you think the pipeline affects minority students?
I think the pipeline affects minority students in many ways because
in an environment where there are a lot of police officers walking around, or a lot of things being systematically put together around you, the only thing that you could do is be pushed into the system. So I think that's an uncomfortable environment.
I think clearly that the minority students, that kids of color, are more disproportionately find themselves within the pipeline from school to prison. Sometimes that pipeline is through special education because they are viewed as maybe disciplinary problems. I think you find folks in that pipeline who have dropped out of school. We find folks in that pipeline who even they may make it into high school but don't graduate.
Studies have established a strong correlation between suspensions, course failures, and dropping out.
Have you ever seen anyone at your school get arrested?
Yes, plenty of times. Like, I go to Simeon, like I said, and I've seen people get arrested basically on a daily basis or fighting, you know, talking back to teachers, stuff like that. It's crazy.
And how do you feel about that?
To me, it's kind of, you know, messed up because we fight. We get, you know, usually you're supposed to get like discipline sent to the dean's office, but now we start to get arrested. The maximum is like 5 to 10 days. I think that's messed up.
No, not in my suburban school, but I do volunteer for Clemente, Roberto Clemente High School here in Chicago, CPS school, and I've seen many students arrested for not right reasons, unjust cause reasons. A kid had brought in a salad knife for the salad, and it was taken from them and they were taken to jail. They were taken off to the police station.
Chicago suspends more students than a number of other big city school districts.
Do you agree with the presence of an armed policeman in a school environment?
Absolutely not. I think it makes us feel you're always afraid. You got the principals and the teachers. That's the people who should be involved in the disciplinary process with the school. So, no, absolutely not. We need to get the cops, get the blue shirts out of the schools so that we can have the people being able to control themselves.
It's not that I agree with the presence of an armed policeman in a school environment. I think that in a lot of schools, you need to have an authority figure there, an armed policeman, in order to help the children that want to learn and make them feel safe in that environment. The other end of that spectrum is that an armed policeman in a school environment is symbolic to a jail guard in an environment where it turns a school into a jail, and it makes a lot of kids afraid to go there.
I do think it is appropriate for the law enforcement to have weapons on campus because we never know what's going to happen at any time. So, you know, it's better to be having it than not.
I do agree with having policemen in the school, and I agree with them being armed. But the purpose should be that they should be keeping people out of the school. The purpose should be that they should be protecting the students who are in the school. The purpose should not be that these armed peace officers should be positioned or pitted against the students who are in the school. The students in the school should be dealt with by school officials.
Well, I'm not sure because I feel like police might need to be at school because sometimes students have a lot of anger issues, but at the same time, it might make them feel like criminals, so I'm not really sure.
I do agree with the presence of armed policemen in my school as long as it's a positive presence.